Brooke from Anime Club.
Hello, I'm Brooke from Anime Club. And I'm the representative for the 2014 through 2015 year.
What is anime?
Well, what anime is a Easternized version of basically cartoons. It started off in the Japanese area sometime in the 70s, and it's made its way into Western culture now, and you see it in a lot of modern day cartoons.
Okay. So, how long has the club been running?
Well, we were first established way back in 2011. Actually, 2012, because it was in the month of June. We had just started kicking off before the school year ended, and we are here this year and starting off in a brand new leaf.
What kind of activities does Anime Club do?
Well, on a typical day, we will get together. We have snacks set out for everyone to eat that everyone takes turns bringing in, and we will vote for and watch our favorite anime or talk about our favorite manga. We occasionally, across the year, plan out field trips, we plan out parties to have for seasonal holidays, and also we, on occasion, get together on field trips to certain restaurants or anywhere that will kind of immerse us in Eastern culture.
Okay. You had mentioned snacks and goodies and stuff like that. Would you care to elaborate on what it is you usually serve?
Well, we don't necessarily do full-out dishes. What we do is, say, after-school snacks or, for lack of a better word, junk food that originate from Oriental areas. For example, Pocky, which is basically cookie sticks that have been dipped in chocolate, are popular throughout everywhere in basically the entire world. And you also have strange little things like shrimp-flavored chips, or maybe these little squishy balls with this custard filling on the inside called mochi. There's such a wide range of things, but we don't go as far as to actually prepare cooked dishes or get exotic fruits.
So, what year did Japanese animation come to be?
Well, that's very hard to say, but it didn't exactly become prominent or wide known until the 70s. For example, shows like Astro Boy you would see aired on Saturday mornings across the world, and that was very popular, and pretty soon there will be a movie adaptation for it.
Does Anime Club do special events, say, for like holidays?
Yes, we do. On Halloween, we will be hosting the dress-up day, meaning that you can come to school dressed up as your favorite character from a manga, a game, or an anime. And we will be having a Halloween party right after school, and anyone is welcome to come. And there will also be a party exclusively for members only of Anime Club that we will get together and watch a movie that we all vote on. And it'll be held right here in the school in the little theater.
So, my next question would probably be, do Anime Club members tend to read manga, a form of graphic novel, usually probably prior to the adaptation of anime?
Well, yes, many people tend to read manga, but there are also some that enjoy anime more. It's a very mixed bag, but manga certainly is popular in that group. You can ask just about anyone, they will all name off a favorite manga that they enjoy or something that they're just starting to get into. It's a very popular medium.
So, we've done a lot of talking about what anime is, but I don't think that we've quite elaborated on certain matters, like if it's a TV show based thing. Are there multiple different types of genres?
Oh yes, there are countless different genres. You have from your generic ones, which are action, comedy, romance, and horror, and sci-fi, down to different exclusive subcategories such as shoujo, slice of life, shonen, harems, and just countless more. Even my personal favorite, mecha.
Okay, so well, for say our viewers who do not quite know what some of those genres may be, would you care to maybe elaborate on what they are?
Well, action, adventure, sci-fi, and romantic comedy novels really speak for themselves. But the subcategories such as shoujo, that is a very gender-geared genre where they sort of aim it towards like girl meets boy, girl falls in love, girl's trying to sort out her own things, trying to figure out her own identity, things such as that. And while on the other hand, there's shonen, where it's very male-oriented in the sense that if there is romance, it's between a very busty or a very attractive woman. Boys usually going through some world-changing quest, things along those lines. Those are starting to become less and less popular, though, in the anime industry, and people are starting to lean towards mecha, which is basically a type of anime that's very centered around the advancement of technology, and if technology can be used for humanity's benefit or to destroy humanity.
So something like along the lines of, as I've heard, Gundam.
Oh, Gundam, definitely. That's actually a very wide-known mecha. You ask anyone if they know what Gundam is, they will probably say, yes, I've heard of it. You can find countless shows that use the idea of mecha. For example, Infinite Stratos. You'll also see things like Big O, which is commonly on Adult Swim at nights if you ever get the chance to check it out. It's one of my favorites of all time.
Yes.
But just turn on Adult Swim or Toonami at any point, you will see that mecha is just all about.
I guess my next question would probably be for anime newbies. What would be a good starting anime?
Well, if you're just starting off with the idea and the concept of anime, you might want to start off on what some people call the big three, which are the most generic anime and the most popular anime that have been known to be produced throughout humanity. And that would be Naruto, which is a show about ninjas in an alternate universe. Bleach, a show about the difference of life and death and the in-betweens here in modern-day Tokyo. And One Piece, which is a show about pirates that acquire certain powers through use of superpowered fruit.
Okay, so I'd say, do members usually participate in the club, or is there tend to be, I guess, a few stragglers here and there who don't quite, say, are very motivated, I guess, to do things actively in the club, like, say, plan for special events or organize certain events that you guys are say doing?
Well, that remains to be said, because Anime Club, we're starting it off, its whole purpose is to stay afloat by how much people want it to stay afloat. I may have things planned, but it's totally up to the members themselves on if they want to do those things, if they have other things planned, or if they just want to turn the club into an afternoon social.
And so basically your ideas are to be, to bring Anime Club onto, say, a very sturdy structure where everyone participates, everyone is usually involved, and all activities are generally enjoyed by all members.
Yes, it's been the aim this entire time.
What appears to be the most common genre that everyone seems to enjoy, going back to the genre point?
Well, like I said, mecha has become more and more popular over the years. However, what's always been everyone's go-to is action. Because who doesn't love a good root 'em shoot 'em, a good punch to the face anime, or just any movie in general where you see some very good fight scenes or some intense drama?
Yeah, yes, it definitely seems to be. Anime and cosplay seem to go hand in hand, but most of our viewers may not know what cosplay is. Would you care to enlighten?
Well, cosplay is a play on words that differs between costume and role play. What cosplay it has been, is you basically dress up as your favorite character, and you have the option to portray that character physically through actions, meaning through doing a video or interacting with others. And you mainly see this at local conventions, such as PortCon Maine here in Portland, the Doubletree Inn, or down at Anime Boston, which is down in Boston. It's a very large convention, or things that are more widely known as Comic-Con. You'll see it all over the internet too. People dress up as video game characters, as movie characters, as icons of a certain sort, or just anything that really has them excited about their particular genre or their particular likes and interests.
Okay. And so what I'm getting from this is that, based on what you say, yeah, the first thing that comes to mind would probably be a bunch of nerdy, geeky guys dressing up in, say, their favorite animated character and enacting fight scenes very similar to dressing up in medieval costumes and fighting to the death with sword and shield in hand.
That's a generic concept. It's actually almost insulting. What you're referring to is LARPing, otherwise known as live-action roleplay. You'll see that in many things, for example, Civil War or Revolutionary War reenactment here in what we consider non-subculture day-to-day activities. But cosplaying conventions themselves, anyone can do it, anyone has done it, and it's not something that you exclusively save for Halloween. It's something that you can do at any point. You don't need an occasion for it.
And so it's basically not biased to a general group of...
Oh, it certainly isn't.
Okay. So, leading off of my previous question, does Anime Club specifically do cosplay days? I'm not sure if I heard correctly.
Yes, we'll be hosting at least one this year, which will fall on Halloween. We may do one later in the year, but we're still contemplating over that because, as I said before, it's up to the club members to decide what they would like to do with the club.
Well, this cosplay thing seems pretty exciting, at least, and I don't see a reason why it's not to. So, based on what this club seems to be, and with my next question, which would be, do club members take interest in other Japanese/Eastern country cultures? It seems to be that Anime Club isn't just focused on animes, but you do actually like to branch off and learn more of the actual, like, I guess, the open world out there of what these Eastern countries, say Asia, and most of Japan and places like that.
Well, yes, because if you don't understand Eastern and Oriental culture in itself, you'll have a very hard time understanding anime, considering all animes have some reference to local culture or culture of a country elsewhere that you'll definitely need to study up on, or at least know the bones of it to know what the anime is referring to. Otherwise, you won't be enjoying it as much, because you'll just be staring into something hollow that you have no idea what to be expecting on the inside of it.
Mm-hmm. I guess my last question to wrap this up would probably be, who runs the Anime Club and which teacher hosts the club?
As I said before, we've been turning over a new leaf where the ones that run the club will be the members themselves. We will have a head representative, which will be presenting ideas to the higher up school faculty if it needs to be passed through. There will be someone to help out with funds, meaning someone who's very good at math, who's very good at finance. And there will be also other higher ups of the club that will at least try to maintain younger members and to almost push them forward in their lives, almost like counselors. And in terms of the teacher that oversees our club, that has been and always will be Mr. Minzy, who also hosts a Modern East Asia class during the school day. So you can see why he would be all for helping out in bringing about and promoting an anime club.
And so I take it that this Mr. Minzy probably very much appreciates anime himself.
He does. In fact, at home, he said several times he sits down with his daughter, and after school or whenever, they'll just watch an anime that she happens to like, that he's really interested in. And his daughter so far seems to love it. He himself is still getting acclimated with it, but you can tell that he's becoming a fan of it.
So is it that necessarily that anime is more towards the younger generation or older generation, or is it for the most part a very mixed group?
It's a very mixed group. You'll find anime that can suit to almost every taste.
Why would I want to join anime?
Well, if not for the food, then to learn about cultures aside from the one that you've grown up in.
It sounds beneficiary. I guess that would probably be it for questions.